Popcorn World. Popcorn World.
Can I make you groove now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in the back of a can. You can make it round the world when the holes in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. The Popcorn World.
There's no mystery. Let's make history with the 5 off the throne. 2 and 3. Add 1 more plus me and do the 5. The 5. Yeah. We'll keep it on the floor. And the funk plus 4 and you got 5.
New intro alert! New intro alert!
Hold on.
What happened?
That was fire.
I'm just saying. Pew, 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 pew.
That was fire, man.
Shout out to the production staff. I mean, they do good work. Listen, we here. We down 2, but we here. That is the great Tab Major. That is Byron Lusby. Mr. Noise in the building. We got to do what we do when we do it. A lot to talk about tonight.
Man.
A lot to talk about tonight. Right now, we are at halftime in the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Detroit Pistons, Detroit basketball, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers are taking it to the face right now. They're taking it to the chin. Is what I meant to say.
Whoa.
What I meant to say.
This is gonna be a crazy show, boy.
It is gonna be a crazy show because I got a lot of grievances.
Whoa.
But it's 59-46. Pistons are up at halftime. And I think the Laker game is going to start in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Peacock need to get their ish together because how you gonna run 2 games simultaneously? That's not taking advantage of the streaming opportunities.
Got to make a decision.
Right. Now you got people having to make a decision. But I get it. I ain't been in the game in a long time. I get it. So they're trying to make their way back or whatever. But I was thinking because they did the same thing last night. I was like, so y'all don't want the whole audience for the whole night? Y'all don't want that? Y'all just want pick and choose. I mean, I guess that's a strategy. That's a strategy, I guess. It seems weird to me, especially and to TV people. I'm sure they're going, this is just stupid. But whatever. Ain't my network. Ain't my streaming service. So there you go. Let's get into that which we are discussing because we are talking basketball. And let's start in the Western Conference last night. I know Spurs and T-Wolves played. We'll get to that in a minute, but let's also talk about how we got here. And how we got here is crazy. And I'm speaking specifically with the Nuggets and the T-Wolves. Apparently we got here because Christian Braun didn't motivate his guys to play at their best ability. Which let me be clear about how I feel about what that statement says. Didn't even know his first name was Christian until today. I was like, oh, is that his first name?
That guy.
I want to read the quote. Can I read the quote?
Yeah.
Please.
Because that's really where the money lies, in the quote. We can talk about a lot of things, but it's the quote that gives you all of what you need to understand Christian Braun and his mindset. Let me find it. Doggone it. I had it and then I didn't. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. As we first of all, I guess we'll talk about the series itself and then I'll talk about the quote. So your thoughts on the series, gentlemen.
It just showed it's not going to be easy. You know, everybody had penciled Oklahoma City and the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, but hold up. Wait just a minute. You know, even with Wemby being in the middle, they found a way to keep attacking and score 52 points in the paint. So they're not going nowhere. And
the Minnesota Timberwolves are they're young, but they've been in the playoffs for quite some time. They've been tested and battle tested a couple of times. And they know the recipe. They just have to get over the hump. So I mean, San Antonio just thinking they just come in and just blow them away or sweep them. That's not going to happen because they do have a lot of playoff experience and have a lot of guys that can actually take over the game. And Anthony Edwards is definitely one of them guys. So San Antonio go back to the drawing board, see what works. But I mean, you got to have more than Wemby to knock this team off.
Well, Wemby did not have a good game, but he had a great game.
Yeah,
that's the crazy part about him. He did not have a good game, a Wemby game, but boy, if he can just add the points to his 12 blocks, I think they'll be all right. 12 blocks is insane. Like, yep, that's what that is. And Byron, you're old enough to remember this. I don't know if our little brother Chad is, but it reminded me of, remember how Patrick Ewing used to block shots in the 80s? That Georgetown team, you'd be like, God, you can't really score in the middle. That's how Wemby looked last night. Every time they came to the middle, he's like, I done told y'all. Y'all ain't going to be none of that. Not here. Not on my watch.
I remember Patrick Ewing, but it reminds me of when you on NBA 2K and you create your player and you get him to a 99, and then that's when you take over the game.
That was one of the most millennial answers you've ever given on this show. Let me just be very clear. But you're right. You're right. The creative player has those types of skills. It looks even crazier in the box score. Like, this dude got a triple-double with 12 blocks. That's crazy.
If you playing fantasy basketball, hey.
Oh, yeah, you just won. You won your league tonight.
You won.
Like, it was crazy. You dominated. But, yeah, so I agree with you, Byron. I think everybody had kind of penciled in a 1 versus 2 seed in the West, and it doesn't appear that Minnesota agrees with that. But Minnesota has been not agreeing for quite some time. People had Denver going to the second round, and Minnesota was like, nah. And Denver was like, but y'all don't have Anthony Edwards, and y'all don't have Ayo DeSumo, and y'all don't have, and it was like, we don't care. We got enough to beat y'all. And apparently, again, this is all Christian Braun's fault. Here's the quote. I just think I'm the leader of this team. I'm the vocal leader of this team. I didn't play well enough as an individual, and I didn't have this team ready enough to play in a tough series. That brother averaged 8 points a game.
So he just discounting Jokic and Murray and even Bruce Brown at this point.
I want to be very clear about what the next thing that I'm about to say. I'm gonna look right in the camera when I say it. Even if they elected you the leader, you are not the leader of that team. Matter of fact, come July 15th, you won't even be on that team. Where's the lie? The GM said we're going to look at everything. Yeah. And we're going to make changes to make sure we put a team around Jokic that can win. I asked the two of you, is Christian Braun a player that can help him win championships?
Not at all.
Okay, then he's out. And they paid him a grip too, by the way.
They did.
You muted Byron.
That coach is next. I think the coach is the problem. I think
he is the problem.
Mm.
I think so too. I think that's also part. I think it would behoove them to clean house, if we're being honest. I think they need to just gut it and start over. Trade off some pieces, do some, make some interesting changes and see what happens.
Mm.
Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you gotta, get the reset button and start over with his franchise.
Yeah, because that's presently constructed. That team is.
They're not gonna win another time.
That window's closed.
Yeah, but very clearly, Christian Braun, I wouldn't renew my lease if I were you in Denver. I wouldn't do that. I would just wait and just see how this works out. I have a funny feeling that they're gonna send the leader off to another squad. I can't believe he said that, if I'm being honest. Like, no. The level is the delusion for me. Like, I'm like, how do you think that you okay? Anyway. Crazy. But listen, I'll take 7 of those Minnesota San Antonio games for sure, though. That was fantastic.
That was great.
Yeah, that's as good as it gets. You can't ask for much more than that in a basketball game. Back and forth. Literally right down to the last second on that shot. And by the way, inches away from making that shot. Inches away from us having a very different discussion. I think it was more about the San Antonio youth than anything. Although I'll be honest with you, I was a little surprised at how bad De'Aaron Fox was in this moment. I was really surprised because he hasn't been to the second round, but he has been in the playoffs.
He's been enough times to not play like he played.
Right. He's been to the playoffs enough times to not have had, because he's had a 40-point game in the playoffs before. So I was a little shocked at how bad he was or how inefficient he was. I'll say it that way. But I don't think they're going to stay this way. Like, I think Wemby's going to take his game up a little bit more. I think De'Aaron will. Castle was Castle. Castle did what he do. 3 of 5 from the three-point line, 6 and 8, 6 and 8 from free throws, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He did what he do. That's what he do. So I can't say nothing about Castle, but everybody else got to kind of step their game up. Dylan Harper was fantastic. So yeah, some guys did what they do, and so you would think
the person with a lot of playoff experience, Harrison Barnes, would have did something, but he didn't. He didn't really do anything either.
Well,
yeah,
he's an older Harrison Barnes though. Like, he's got a lot of mileage on them tires, and so he's gonna have a game. It probably won't be until like game 5.
Mm.
But what do y'all see? Y'all see 6, 7?
Yeah.
What do you see on this one?
Probably 7.
I would say 6 or 7. Yeah, I can see 7.
I can see 7.
But it depends on how Ant-Man's knee is.
How his knee is, yeah.
Because that's they can feel good today and bad tomorrow.
Yeah, he managed it well last night. He picked his spots very strategically, which I thought was smart of him, and he got the most out of what he had in his body. Can he do that for 6 more games? We'll see. We will see. We will definitely see. But 18 off the bench ain't bad. But I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm starting to think the steal of that draft that they had. I think it was the 2020 draft. I'm starting to think that was Jay McDaniels. Jay McDaniels is everything, bro. Like, his defense is insane. Like, when he locks you up, it's like he's using literal handcuffs. Like, he's like, you're not scoring on me tonight, fam.
Yeah.
We've talked about this. And so I'm starting to think when he says the words like they can't play defense, he plays defense so well that you got to take him seriously when he says that. He knows what great defense looks like.
Yeah,
he plays it.
I think that talking that Anthony Edwards does is rubbing off on McDaniels, and his confidence is rising. Like you said, his defense is speaking for itself, but his confidence that Anthony Edwards is trusting him, and his teammates are trusting him, and whenever Edwards is out, he could kind of steer the ship a little bit. I think that helps him as well.
Let's be very clear. That whole team talks trash. I mean, the whole team.
That's one of them.
Yeah, Anthony was in the interview with. Was that Jay? Who was that in the interview with last night? Was that Terrence Shannon? That was Terrence Shannon. He was in the interview with Terrence Shannon. Terrence Shannon said, "I'm gonna keep trying to dunk on Wemby. I'm gonna dunk." I was like, "Fam, just can you take a little bit off?" But no, they coming.
Yeah.
I think they. But again, it ain't bragging if you can back it up.
Yeah.
It's prophecy at that point. So. Are they bragging or being prophetic? I don't know. I guess we'll see as this series continues to unfold. Starting right in this very here minute, the Lakers and the Thunder. And how we got here is that the Lakers they went to the back of the plane and found one last can of Whoop A and brought that to the Rockets and put boots to A. For 48 minutes. And I mean, left no doubt who the better team was. And by the way, if LeBron hadn't been dog tired that Friday, I think they went ahead and swept him. But he had nothing left in the tank. Absolutely nothing. So he did what he could do. But yeah, that was a significant whooping. Now, as we turn the page, oh boy, this is a tall task. I'll be honest with you. Listen, you guys know if you've been watching this show the last 5 or 6 years that myself and also Killer Cam and Get Better Killer Cam, we are diehard Laker fans. But also, we are realists. We are realists. This is a tall task. Now, is there a path?
Do you worry about
No.
Do you worry about LeBron trying to do so much that
no, because I think he knows that's not going to win. Him trying to put this whole team on his back in game one is not going to win game one. What they have to do, in my humble opinion, is they have to slow this game down to a possession type game and they got to use the same model that he used against Golden State when he was at Cleveland. We got to put Steph in them pick and rolls and make Steph play a lot of defense and pray to God that he is not as in shape as we think he is. He probably is. Shea probably is in that type of shape, but at least you got to try it. You got to make him play defense and play both sides of the ball and try to wear him down just a little bit. And then pray the other guys are somewhat off on their game. And that's probably the extent of your strategy. Like, because if they're on, that's it. I mean, ain't a lot you can – listen, they are, in my humble opinion, they're for sure the best team in the Western Conference. They might be far and away the best team in basketball. Well,
I don't know. I mean, it's about matchups. If the Spurs get there, the Spurs aren't afraid of them.
that's true because they beat them 3 out of 4 times.
Correct. So they still got to do it. I don't think the Lakers have a shot in hell. I don't see any way possible.
A shot in hell?
Not
that's
a
strong.
Not a shot. They may win a game, but I don't see it. And barring catastrophic injuries for like 3 of the under stars, I don't.
With no Jalen Williams tonight.
I mean,
That's one.
yeah. Shy got to get food poisoning at this point.
For 4 games. I don't see any way. There's no.
I really want to push back, but I can't. I because I know what I'm. Listen. I think the first time we played them this year, they beat us by 29. I think the second time we played them, they beat us by 39 or 49. And then the third time we played them, they beat us by 39. So
that's not good. It's
so
not
it's
good
not a
for
lot.
TV.
So there's not a lot of hope. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's not good for TV at all.
But there's a lot of things that we didn't know about our team in either of those 3 games, and maybe we learned some things about ourselves over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and maybe we know our limitations and our strengths better than we knew them before. And when you don't have Luka at all, then you get to focus on what you can do. Now, one of the elephants in the room is that there's a glaring hole in our backcourt. And I'm looking at you, Austin Reeves. Not on the offensive side, but on the defensive side. Like, he's a liability. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's the truth. He's a liability. So, I don't know. And then we may have a liability. Now, he rebounded better in the Rockets series, but that was against a flat-footed Alfred Sengun. I don't really know if that works against a relatively athletic Chet Holmgren or Isaiah Hartenstein. So I mean,
hey man, LeBron is 41 years old, bro.
Can I ask y'all a question though? Can I ask y'all a crazy question?
Sure.
This is a crazy question. If the Lakers were able to pull this off, led by LeBron James, would this be one of his greatest accomplishments? Would it be a top 5 accomplishment?
Absolutely.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'm not of the opinion of some of the people on First Take that say this puts him in the Jordan conversation. Let's slow down. Let's calm all the way down about that. But right, let's not say that. But would it put him in? But I think this would be a legacy defining moment to beat OKC. That would be pretty significant.
I mean,
he's already had some significant.
Some people haven't won, some people have 2. That's where he is, to me.
Say it one more time, Byron, because you kind of broke up a little bit. Yeah,
gotcha. He's either 1 or 2. It doesn't matter what he does from here on. He's 1 or 2.
Honestly, isn't that okay?
Yeah,
like there's a generation of kids and people that are never going to put him at number 1 ever. It's never going to happen, and that's fine because their guy is Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
There's a generation of people that are always going to have Jordan now at number 2 because they appreciate all that LeBron has accomplished. And by the way, this is why I hate the GOAT conversation because I really don't know how you measure it. Is Jordan the GOAT because he won 6 at one place? Or is LeBron the GOAT because he won in several different places? Or does it even matter? Does it even matter? Because they're both Mount Rushmore guys. You put them side by side on the Mount Rushmore, and let's move on.
I hate the Reeves argument. I hate because Bill Russell has more than anybody.
He's got
Robert Horry's got more than Jordan. So
talk
about him as all time great. Wins is a team stat.
Wins is a team stat, and so it's to me the GOAT conversation is good barbershop fun, but to bring it on TV is crazy.
I think LeBron's legacy is already cemented because when they beat that 73-9 team, that's to come back 3-1. I mean, I think your legacy is already cemented already.
Byron,
what man?
You got to know this guy's gonna always find a way to bring it back to Golden State.
I brought it to LeBron. What do you mean?
No, you didn't. You didn't. You didn't. Hold on. It looks like you brought it to LeBron. But the truth of the matter is you brought it to you drove to Cleveland.
I was making a point.
Hold on. You drove to Cleveland from Texas by way of San Francisco.
I was making a point, man.
Your layover was in San Francisco. So because he beat the Golden State Warriors, that makes him an
I know
all-time
he
GOAT.
beat the 73-9 Golden State Warriors.
See what I'm saying? The fact that you keep pointing out how many wins y'all had
Because
that year.
they broke the Bulls record. What are you talking about?
So you're saying by you saying the 73-9, the 73-9.
Just
Are
like
you-
people say 72-10. I'm gonna say 73.
Okay, so are you saying are you of the opinion that 73-9 team is the greatest team in the history of basketball?
Regular season, yes, because at the regular, yes, they couldn't get it done in the playoffs, but yes, regular season, yes.
You're saying the 73-9 Warriors team is the greatest team in basketball.
They never won a title, yes.
Look how Byron's looking at you.
What?
He cleaned it up. He said never won a title.
Thank
Okay,
you.
all right. We're gonna let him live for now, but
That's
watch
like
how
the
you-
Patriots 16-0, and their best team that never won a title.
they are.
So
And we whooped their tail. Oh,
see, I brought it back for you again.
you did. You swayed me over. You swayed me over. Let's go to the Eastern Conference real quick. I'll be honest with you. I don't take last night's game very seriously because I think you were looking at, and he admitted it. They admitted it. I think you were looking at a very tired Joel Embiid, a very tired full 76ers team who wasn't prepared. And we've seen that in the history of basketball, that the team that had to go to the 7th game a lot of times doesn't win that game one at all. Like they don't even come close to winning. And this was that. So they made the Knicks look a lot better than maybe they actually are. We'll see as this series continues to go on. But a good win for the Knicks. You got to give it up for them. But I want to go back before we go forward. Celtics. First of all, shout out to the Celtics and the 76ers. Apparently, that's the highest rated first round game in the history of the NBA. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
But it is the highest rated. It was just announced today. Highest rated first round NBA game ever. First round NBA game. I don't even know where to start with the Celtics. It's just okay. I'll start with my assessment of Joe Mazzulla. This is my opinion. Y'all can take it for whatever it's worth. I'm starting to think he's a little bit crazy. Like a little bit, like just a touch. Like he's either a genius or a little crazy. He's on that line of genius and crazy. Because here's the number. I wrote it down because I wanted to make sure I got it right. They were 35 and 127 in the final 3 games from the 3-point line. I need y'all to let that sink in. 35 and 127. That means they left 92 shots on the side of the rim, on the back of the backboard. I don't understand them. I don't understand the Celtics. I don't understand the strategy. I don't understand the necessity. I don't understand how you can eliminate a whole shot from basketball and then think you're going to win games on a consistent basis. And somebody had to remind me of the season that they won with this style. And I said, well, how did they win that style? And then somebody had to remind me of that season. And do y'all remember that season? You remember what happened that season in the playoffs? Who all went down? Giannis went down. Damian Lillard went down. Jalen Brunson went down. Donovan Mitchell went down. So everybody that would have pushed back on their style of play, they were all gone. And by the time they got to the finals, they played a team that had been back. They had to go 7 games like twice. So they had nothing. And the team, they didn't have any shooters besides Luka and Kyrie.
Yeah.
That's it. So it was a perfect storm and it worked out really, really well for them. But this is just my opinion. You can, and maybe this is my Laker hate, but I think it's a ridiculous style of basketball. It's a ridiculous to not shoot mid-range jump. Here's the moment of the game. You're down 1 point. 1 point. You're a layup, dunk, mid-range shot away from taking the lead, of which you did not have the entire day. I'll be doggone if them jokers didn't put up 3 more threes. I said, you know what? You get what you get at this point. You get what you get. They crazy, man. And to have a coach that's okay with that sleeps well at night with that style of play is diabolical to me. So that's my thoughts.
Yeah,
I mean, the analytics department should tell you that you're missing all these threes. You need to go to the cup.
Analytics has to tell you that, Chad. Analytics has to be the one to tell you that.
That's what they're relying on all the time. Analytics.
They need to stop listening to analytics. I had to mute my own self just there.
Yeah, it's Steph Curry's fault, man.
There's a 7-year-old on a basketball court at PSA right now that was saying, "Man, you should just take the ball to the hole."
It's Steph Curry's fault, man. Everybody.
No, it's not. Okay,
no,
you know what?
Let me finish.
No,
man.
Go ahead, but you're wrong.
Because he made the three sexy that everybody want to shoot it. Everybody think they can shoot it, and they can't. It's not.
I'm sorry. I love you. You know I love you. It's not true. You know how I know it's not true? Because Steph don't do that. Steph would have never done that. You know how many times Steph has struggled with a three? You know how many times Steph has struggled in a game with a three-pointer and said, well, you know what? I got this driving lane. I'm going to drive to the basket. And then once he drives to the basket a few times, guess what happens? Oh, my God. Or he'll shoot the mid-range. Guess what happens once he does that? Oh, my God. The three-pointer opens back up again.
Yeah, everybody thinks they can do it.
One of the smartest basketball players we've ever seen play the game, especially on the offensive side of the ball. He is. He don't do stupid stuff like this.
No, I'm saying as far as them thinking they can just shoot it because he's shooting it. No, you cannot. You cannot just go to the cup.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I get it, but I refuse to blame Steph for this. This feels very Joe because it's a stubbornness to this. There's a stubbornness tied to this. Because you see it. You're standing right there on the court. You've watched him miss 20 shots. You've watched it. And you called a timeout and said, keep firing, boys.
So is it arrogant? Is it arrogance?
There's an arrogance to it. There is an arrogance tied to it.
Okay.
It's got to be. Because why would you 35 out of 127 is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That makes no logical sense whatsoever. And it's decide to keep shooting that way. You know what? Whatever, Celtics. But also, we had an interesting thing after the game, Byron. I want to ask you about it. Jaylen Brown said on his Twitch, we gotta get these microphones away from people. Seriously, he said this was the best season of his life. This is the most fun he's ever had. Best season of his life. Now, what was missing from this season to previous seasons? And by the way, he has 2 years and $126 million left on his he's eligible for an extension, but he has 2 years and $126 million left in his contract. I'm going to stir the pot. Maybe he got on his Twitch to make an announcement.
So you think he's going to leave rather than Jason Tatum's going to leave?
I think he's going to say, so Celtics, what do you want to do? Because I don't think he cares. If Jason gets traded or if he gets traded, what difference does it make?
He just wants to be the man somewhere.
He just wants to be the man. And by the way, his play says that he should go somewhere and be the man. He was outstanding this season. He really was. For a team that was predicted to only win 39 games, for them to win 56, that's pretty impressive. Now, I'll say this, in the biggest moment of the season, he was awful. Saturday, he was awful. He was awful. His decision-making, all of that was awful.
Yes.
The switch onto Embiid was stupid. That made no sense whatsoever. What are you trying to prove? Like, that made no sense. You gonna foul out to prove a point? No.
Trying to prove that he's a man.
That ain't how you do it. That ain't how you do it.
Yeah.
Getting bullied, getting walked down to underneath the basket is not how you prove you the man.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of taking an ass whipping from a bully that you know you can't beat. So that didn't make any sense. But does he deserve to have his own team?
Yeah.
I
Probably.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he was MVP of the finals. They won. He was in MVP consideration this year. So yeah, you know the
By the way-
Celtics got to. They're gonna have to deal with something because they're gonna have to pick at some point because Jason Tatum is likely gonna be doing that. I think you've seen the best you're gonna see of him because
By the way,
he tried to come back and then hurt the other one. So. I mean, he may not ever be what he was before.
And by the way, there was a podcast that said this is crazy to have him coming back this early.
Facts.
There was a podcast that said that.
It was.
Y'all didn't want to listen to us, but it's matter of fact, I got so much pushback from everybody. Oh man, Lloyd, you're out of your mind, and he's playing so great. Look how great he's playing. Look how great he's playing. He is playing great.
He wasn't. He was playing great till he wasn't.
Until he wasn't. And by the way, if you go back and look at that great play that he was doing, some of them games wasn't great. Some of them games he was putting up decent numbers, but it was having to do it in mass volume shooting, which is not good for a jump shooter. Now, if he's a set shooter, then it's fine. But he's a jump shooter, and you have to use your legs for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is just
shoots
physics.
a lot
This
of
is just violence.
step-backs and oh my god.
Yeah.
His arrogance as well got him hurt again.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought about that, but I'm wondering, was it real arrogance or was it protection of a territory?
I mean, arrogance to somebody's playing great with your team that you're supposed to be the leader on, and nobody's talking about you.
That's why I said arrogance of a territory. He tried to protect his territory. This is my team. I can't let it be your team.
Yeah.
This is my team.
Yeah.
I don't. It's I think the Celtics are headed for a much louder offseason. Now they may shock us all, guys. This may just be internet fodder, and they may shock us all. And Jalen may sign his extension and be like, "Give me my $250 million or $300, whatever it's gonna be, and I'm good."
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which one is Shaq and which one is Kobe?
By the way, he just got fined $50,000 for those Twitch comments.
That's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, when you making all
Yeah,
that
when you
money.
making $300 million, yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that. Last game that's going on right now. We just ended the third quarter. Detroit is up 83-76, so the game is getting a little tighter. Cleveland would like to pull off this upset tonight and quiet the noise of the Pistons and their run. By the way, the Pistons came out with a big old can of they went and bought a 6-pack on Sunday and just decided we're gonna beat the brakes off of the Magic. We sick of them. They got that man fired. They got Mosley fired, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Jamal Mosley. I was kind of upset. Byron, I was kind of upset at first. At first, I was. I was like, the black man can't get nothing. And then I saw how many seasons he'd been there. I was like, oh, well.
But he's had fairly young teams while he was there, though.
He
He's
has,
never been out
but
of the first round, and they choked off through to a team that they looked like they were thoroughly better.
he would have kept. Yeah, he would have kept his job had he not gone up 3-1. Like if he just got swept all the way out, he'd probably been fine.
Yeah.
But you can't go up 3-1 and then get swept. That's it. That's it. You don't know what you're doing. That's
Because the
bad
first
look.
4 games of that series, you look like you were way better than them.
Man,
Like,
it looked like
Not even close.
it looked like a gross mismatch.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden it was like, nah.
Until it wasn't.
Ooh.
Man.
So and then it's the 5 seasons too. That didn't help. 5 seasons.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a long time in NBA life.
It
You
is.
don't usually get 5 seasons.
Yep.
That was a first-time coach too, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think whether or not Cleveland wins tonight, I think they're gonna make this an incredibly competitive series. I have a feeling home court is going to play a significant role in all of what happens with this series, and who can steal the most on the other court is the winner of the series, and it'll be interesting to see who has better away game. If you look at the record, they both play very well on the road. The Pistons slightly better at 31-9 overall in their season, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with this particular series. Yes.
Is James Harden going to James Harden is the question.
James Harden is going to be fine until it's elimination game. That's when he chokes.
That's
It's not the other ones. It's the one. It's the
Well,
The
so don't
elimination
get to 7.
exactly.
I was gonna say the interesting part about the semifinals right this year is that there's only one series that you think might not go 7, and that's the Lakers series. But every other series, I can see it going 6 and 7. I can see them having to fight their way through all 6 of those teams, not getting. I don't see any sweep out of the other 6 teams. So it'll be interesting to see if James Harden can continue to break the narrative. I mean, they broke it Saturday or Sunday. They were able to not break the narrative Sunday. Let's see if they can do it again. Him and Donovan Mitchell. I'll tell you one thing I did like. I did like that Dennis Schroeder called out Donovan and said, "Hey, man, you the leader. Be the leader. Lead us, man. Get back on defense. Be the first one to do it. That's what leaders do." Called him out. I kind of like that a little bit.
Yeah,
Accountability
absolutely.
is important. Accountability is important.
And he's gotten a little bit of a pass too, because he ain't always showed up in big spots either.
He has 1,000%, and it's now. It's now. It has to be now. Either you're gonna do it or you're not. So I agree 100%. So very interesting stuff. We'll see where this all goes. Let's get to question number 3. I'm so excited about question number 3. My team decided today that we needed to try to shore up. You can't replace a Dexter Lawrence with a single player, so you go out and get like a Voltron of Dexter Lawrence's. And so they started with DJ Reader at the top of their head. He was signed today for 2 years, and then they got like 3 other players and a rookie, and somehow that conglomeration is going to be a Dexter Lawrence. It may work out. I don't know, but we'll see. I do like the DJ Reader thing. It was kind of in the making the whole time. You kind of felt like it was happening. I think it was going to be DJ and Calais, but Calais was like, "Nah, I'm going home to where I got a house in Baltimore, so I might as well just go there." So, so I understand that. I respect that. But there's some other free agents out there. One of them is probably now going to be available now that he has gotten to the other side of his situation. And by the way, I'm saving this for my unshout out because I have a lot to say. If you follow, Barry, did you follow this case? I think that was a no. Okay. I can't wait to tell you this. This is one of the most diabolical cases in the history of.
I heard that I did see where the judge basically told her stop the BS.
Stop! Oh my God! It was so. I'm telling you, I thought it was. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought it was a Saturday Night Live skit at one point. I was like, hey, "Man, wait, what's going on here? Like, what is this?" So Stephon Diggs is probably now going to end up on somebody's team. He may end up back with the Patriots. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I'm sure the Patriots didn't want to touch him because of the whole Vrabel thing. They're like, we can't have two of these. We got to figure this out. Two of these is too much. We got too much going because I'm sure they're sick of the press they're getting with this Vrabel Diana Rossini thing.
No question.
That is probably getting on everybody's nerves. So now Stephon might end up back on that team. I can see because other than his off the field stuff, it appears that he was a model teammate on that team. So they may take another flyer at him. We'll see how that goes. But is there anybody else you think he could go to? Could he go back to Buffalo?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends on how much of a pay cut he wants to take. That's going to be the main thing.
Do you think he's going to take a pay cut no matter where he goes?
Yes.
Did I hear you say
so.
yes?
I think so.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
I don't this guy anymore.
Wow. Okay.
What about Baltimore?
I thought about Baltimore. It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. The only challenge I see in Baltimore is that it feels like Jesse Minter is going to try to duplicate what John Harbaugh has already done in having a bruiser type team.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know, what do you pay a guy that is more of a complimentary part than which goes to Byron's point. Like Stephon at this point in his career, he's extra. He's not, the main thing. He's extra. And so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I think he will find a home somewhere. I just don't know where. I honestly don't know where. The 49ers could not have announced more that Brandon Ayuk does not have a jersey in their locker room if they tried. I think they put up billboards. I think I saw a Skywriter the other day, and I live in Arkansas, and that was a Skywriter here, like, hey, he ain't playing for us no more. So where is Brandon? Where will Brandon Ayuk? Well, let me ask you this, Byron, before we get to where he'll land. How much does the league frown upon this type of divorce? Because this is an ugly divorce. Byron, you there?
He froze.
Yeah, I think he froze. Okay. Well, I asked you, Chad, how much do you think the league frowns upon ugly divorces?
I mean, I don't think they do too much. I don't think they do too much because it could be different with a change of scenery. So okay. I mean, what you did at someplace else shouldn't necessarily deter or shouldn't necessarily matter what you do at your new place. So,
right.
So I don't think it'll matter.
I'm very curious to see how this is going to unfold. Byron's back with us. Byron, I was asking the question, how much does the league frown upon ugly divorces when it comes to the Brandon Ayuk situation?
It depends on how it depends if it's, like TO where you bring everything down. I don't think Ayuk is that bad. He just at a stalemate with been a headache everywhere he's been. His thing is gonna be health. Like how healthy is he?
Mm-hmm.
Right, because he had leg injuries. He's had leg injuries, like significant leg injuries. Yeah,
and he tore his ACL.
Yeah,
or the don't. So his issue is just going to be how healthy is.
Wow.
Going
well,
forward.
Speaking of health,
more so than whatever's going on with them.
Yeah. Speaking of health, technically right now he has no home, Tyreek. Although most people think he's probably going back to Kansas City. Do you guys think anything different of that? Do you think anybody else will take a flyer on him?
Maybe if a team is contending, perhaps, but another one, health.
Yeah.
If not Kansas City, what's better than having one fast guy, two The Dallas Cowboys.
No,
I don't think y'all can afford him.
correct.
For them, man. So he's gonna be asking for an exorbitant amount.
Wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't you?
No,
With his resume, wouldn't you?
you gotta get him on a 1-year prove it deal to see if he still got it.
He's already proven it. That ain't George Pickens. That's a Super Bowl champion. He's already proven it. Ain't nothing else to prove.
A 1-year deal for some.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But I appreciate the dream though. I definitely appreciate the dream.
Hey, Martin had a dream. I can have one too.
Martin had a dream. I speaking of dreams, why isn't Deebo Samuel on the team right now? Is it over?
He's been
No,
hurt
I think it's money.
too, right?
It's money too. Like these guys, they're not gonna sign him, and some of these guys may not go to camp. Like they're gonna wait to sign him until after week 1, so their salary is guaranteed.
Gotcha.
So it's that, especially if you got injury concerns, you don't want to. You know, you're gonna be like weary about signing a guy who get hurt, and you're on the hook for all that money.
Mm.
You know, one thing about Deebo Samuel, he plays such a violent style of football.
Mm.
And you know, and you know, it reminds me of anyway, as a Giants fan. Scatterby was kind of like the white Deebo Samuels. Like, you know that style is not for long. Like, you can't play like that 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
So how long can you play in that style? Deebo's been playing, this is his 7th, 8th year? Is it his 8th year?
Mm.
Or it's somewhere between 8 and 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't play like that for a long time because it's predicated on power and violence and disrespect. And you just like, that's great for a game or two, but whew, it's a hard road to toe for 18 games or 17 games, whatever it is. So I don't know. I think somebody will flake a flyer, but I'm with you, Byron. That cost got to be perfect because it's too much baggage and also damage, like the wear and tear on the tread on those tires, like Brandon Ayuk. Like it ain't great.
Yeah,
because he wasn't great. He wasn't great in Washington. He was great in spots, but he wasn't like great.
Could he go to somewhere like a Rams or Chargers or something like that?
That actually would be a perfect place for him because you could use him on third downs. You could use him on to block some for you. There's little packages that you could put together for him that he could be very, very, very helpful. He needs to go somewhere where he could be very complimentary to a contender. But I don't think he's going to get a deal. But it's not going to be for what he wants financially. And it's going to be playing for a ring. I hope he understands that.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing I would say about Joey Bosa. And I don't even know what Joey Bosa. What is Joey Bosa? Does Joey Bosa have anything left, guys? In the tank?
I think so.
But
You think so?
Not to be the guy, but to be one of the guys, but not like the main attraction. But I think he can still be serviceable.
Okay. So why don't y'all get Joey Bosa, Chad?
I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, he shouldn't break the bank. No, he shouldn't break the bank. So it should be manageable.
I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it. I could see signing him to a short-term 2-year deal, something fair and reasonable.
Definitely just for depth purposes, for sure.
Yeah. I heard that David Njoku is meeting with the Chargers. I think is who I heard.
Chargers.
And I kind of like that, if I'm being honest with you. I think that's a good look for him. I think it would dramatically help Justin Herbert because he needs consistent weapons that he can go to in the time of storm. And I don't know if his receivers are always responding in the manner in which he needs them to. But I think David Njoku could be a solid go-to guy for him to make plays with and to bail him out, to dump the ball down to in certain circumstances. I think it'll be a good look for him.
Who are they starting tight end right now? Do you know?
The starting tight end for the Chargers is the incomparable and always prepared Oronde Gadsden.
I mean, I could see that. I can see that.
I think him being added to Hampton and McConkey and Justin Johnston, I think that'd be a nice fit. It'd be a really, really actually perfect fit.
Or Baltimore, since they lost Likely, he could be with Andrews.
They would love to have him in Baltimore. I just don't know if they can afford him. He's gonna get a check from somebody.
Gotcha.
Because I think this is one of his first ones. Like I don't think David Njoku has gotten. I'm not sure David Njoku has been in the league more than 5 years.
Yeah, I don't think he's been that.
Yeah, he's not been around that long, so I think this is going to be. He's looking to get paid, and I respect it. I respect it. Bobby Wagner could be a nice locker room guy for somebody.
Cowboys, we need linebackers.
You just want everybody.
I want Bobby Wagner.
Do you really?
I do.
Why?
Because we need depth at linebacker, and we need a good linebacker to do what we're trying to do.
That's the wrong answer.
What do you mean that's the wrong
That's
answer?
the wrong answer.
Okay.
You want Bobby Wagner because he's the perfect mentor to Caleb Downs. Because they see the game the same way.
That too.
That's what you want him for. You need somebody in his ear, in Caleb's ear, that he will respect, and that he can show him how to be the best professional he can possibly be. That's why I would get Bobby Wagner if I was the Dallas Cowboys. I'd make that call today.
Yeah.
One of the more confusing free agents right now to me is Mekhi Becton. And if you were telling me that this is the Jets Mekhi Becton, I'd understand. I'd be like, oh, well, yeah, he didn't play well with the Jets. It's not been good.
Mm-hmm.
But when he left the Jets, he won a championship. And he's played well since he left the Jets. So I don't understand why he's still a free, and he's young. So I don't understand. So I'm glad Byron's back. Mekhi Becton, why do you think he's still a free agent? Is it the cost? Because this is going to be one of his bigger contracts?
I mean, I think that's what a lot of most of this stuff is it's based on money at this point.
Gotcha. Because I'm saying I think he's kind of proven that he's not the player he was with the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
He won a title with the Eagles. He's done well since he left the Eagles. He's played well. So it's just the cost, I guess, of what it is to get him in. Okay, I was just curious. I was like, wow, I can't believe – it's hard to believe that he's a free agent. Real quick, talked about Bobby Wagner. Chad definitely wants Bobby Wagner. He's saying the Cowboys need Bobby Wagner, which I said the only reason to get him is – well, the only reason to get him to me is to have him mentor Caleb Downs. Because he could teach him, he could, he can help fill in the sight gaps of what you're looking at on the field and making plays and talking through the professionalism of being, in the NFL or whatever. But other than that, I don't know what else other than the other reason.
That dude's old.
Yeah. If you're not anchoring the defense around him.
No.
Yeah.
Depth.
Yeah.
But they're not good enough on defense to take on a guy that's not going to help them.
Yeah.
Defense is bad enough as it was.
Would Marshawn Lattimore be a better?
Hold on. We got major turnover on defense. You can't say that now. Just give us a chance.
Have you played a game yet?
No,
You don't know if they're good or not.
We got major.
I'm talking about last year.
Yeah,
we got major turnover. What do you mean?
The people that were there at the start of the season, we switched the whole defense around. We signed people, and the people that were starting week 1 are not there anymore. It's like a major overhaul on defense between signings and everything else. So it's a different defense, man. What are you doing?
I'm looking for the wins on paper.
I said wait. I'm saying wait, man. I just said wait. That's all.
I was just talking about last year. They weren't good on defense
yeah.
last year, so they may not be good this year.
I think it's gonna be a work in progress for sure. Like there's a
It'll be
lot
better, but I mean, it's a low.
We just had to be serviceable, man.
You're at the bottom, so it's
if I'm being
not
honest,
hard to get better.
yeah. If I'm being honest, it may be as good as their offense is. And what I mean by that is if their offense can sustain drives. See, one of the things that I think is weird about the Cowboys, when you know your defense ain't good, you don't need quick scores. You need sustainable drives. You need to keep your defense on the sideline, but they don't have a running game. So the problem is you can't keep people on the sideline if you don't have a running game.
Man, we had 1,000-yard. We had 1,000-yard rusher last year.
You know how much that is a game?
Yeah, 100 yards.
No.
Oh no, not 100
it's
yards.
not.
No, not 100 yards.
Not in 17 games.
No, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, see, you played yourself. See what you did there?
I worked today. My bad.
Touche. A pass is given. 5 minutes left in the Pistons Cavaliers game. The score is 93-92.
Oh, okay.
It is tightened up in Detroit. We will see how it goes from here. But anyway, what about is Marshawn Lattimore maybe a better fit in Dallas?
Depending on if he's got anything left, yeah. Because there's definitely a need there.
He's all the help we can get.
Well, I'm looking for me. Dallas needs to think about growth more than anything. Like, can we get better, exponentially better, and start to shore up the spaces? Kind of like with us. There are gonna be fans that talk playoffs and all that stuff. That's for the people who feel like they need to do that. For the people who are realists, we know this is a process and we got to get better. We just got to get better in all phases of the game. And so the goal is to get better and to find out where are we deficient at now. Now that we've done all these things, where are we deficient at? Which is why the DJ Reader thing made a lot of sense, because you paid him 2 years, $12 million. That's not a lot. And you get to see, you get to go get young, you get to maybe target the next great defensive tackle coming out next year and get that guy. And now you don't have to pay that guy for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's smart strategy. So we'll see how it goes. Final two rather. Jawan Jennings is interesting to me because, again, you rolled your eyes. I got to know what the eye roll is for.
Oh, it's just what people said about him last year. Like, he's dirty and kind of hinted he's not a good teammate.
Oh.
So that's going to come
I had not heard
play.
that.
Yeah. He got it because they got enough. I can't remember who they were playing, but like it was a big deal.
That's right. Okay, so I go back to my original question. How much does the league frown on bad divorces?
It just depends. Like I said, this is character inside the locker room. Sorry, shampoo, buddy. It just depends. This is on the field and peers, and if that stuff is, if he's known as dirty and not a good teammate, that's different than a bad divorce. Bad divorces happen. You know, that stuff happens. Just that's just part of the NFL. You know, it wasn't. I don't know. When Peyton left, it wasn't necessarily. It was mutually agreed upon, but it wasn't necessarily.
Yeah, that was irreconcilable differences.
Yeah, he didn't want to leave.
He didn't want to leave. Yeah, it just was.
J.I. felt he couldn't protect him, so he was like, "We can't protect you. We got to rebuild." But it was contentious at times too. So You know, that stuff happens, but being a bad teammate and other players don't like you, and you know, when that stuff gets out, that's totally different. You know, bad
could
character is not good.
But could that be location too? Like just a bad fit? Like he doesn't work well in this environment, in this culture? Could it be that?
But it was, you know, the problem was he was punching people in the jump.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, that's not.
He got that Chris Paul. You know, he got a lot of that Chris Paul.
That's not
That's
good.
Chris
man.
Paul at him. That's not good.
But
That'll get you out. That'll get you out the league.
I mean, just as far as punching people in the jump, but I don't know that he's as good as Chris Paul either. So that's,
Right.
you know,
That's crazy.
that character stuff is different than a bad divorce. That happens. As long as you don't burn it down on the way out, you know.
As long as you
that's
don't burn it
not
down.
too big of a deal.
Okay. And then the final one for me is AJ Epinesa. That feels contract related too. Going back to your original point, like because this is gonna be his first big one too, as well, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's waiting on his check, and somebody will sign him, I guess. But then you gotta some of these guys that are fringy guys, meaning that like they've played well, but have they played well enough to get a big payday? That's the question. When I look at this whole list, I'm looking at guys that they've played well, but DJ Reader got the contract he should have gotten based on the way he played the last couple of years. Like, it was good, and it helped Detroit do what they did, but also, I mean, what did they do? Right?
I mean,
A lot of
with
that
eight-
on this list too. It's a lot of these type of dudes on that list. Like
It's a lot of those dudes, yeah.
everybody trying to get that payday, man.
I ain't mad at you getting your paper. Now get your money, man. Get your money, man. But you gotta find your money. Like, you gotta go see who want to pay you. You're only as good as what they willing to pay you.
Yep.
So
Gotta produce
our
that
cat
contract
guy used to say, I mean, somebody's gonna pay him. Don't mean it gotta be us.
right, somebody's gonna pay them. It gotta be us. That's exactly right. So let's get into another conversation now that we've dealt with these free agents. Oh boy. I have tried to call. I've had to call Louisville a few times over the last week and a half because I didn't know, and then I figured out what happened. Apparently, oh wow, I'm gonna get in trouble for sure now. Apparently, we've made up with John Shatner, and so that Papa John's money is back in the game. And boy, they out here making it rain for these transfer portal guys, and incoming freshmen.
Like forgiving and forgetting, huh?
Listen. Who among us has never let the N-word slip out of our mouths?
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So they done made up. It's all good. And so now U of L is out here spending like they own the Big Pippin boat video.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
Jesus, where's all this money? Y'all out here printing money right now. What is going on?
That's a lot of schools, though. A lot of schools.
No, it's not actually though. It's not. That's where the question derives from. I'm wondering now, can you win in college sports without A, the transfer portal, and B, spending money?
No,
not at all. Not at all.
no, those days are done.
As you see, but
I mean, look at who won the national championship.
Yeah, we have five transfers and end up winning the championship. So yeah,
You got to play it, but my question is when does the bubble burst? Because it's gonna bust. It can't keep going the way it's going.
It feels like at some point the bubble is going to burst. Even with Louisville tapping into an untapped resource and having to sell it, so I mean, reconcile That's the situation.
That's how you say sorry. Throw money at it. Right?
I mean, nothing says I apologize like a few million.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
But
I mean,
I
look
agree
at-
with you.
Yeah, it's. I don't know how you keep sustaining this.
I don't
I
either.
don't see it. Like, look at Texas. They lost the Parker Livingstone kid
Yeah.
to Oklahoma because they wanted to pay the kid from Auburn. So you push a kid like that out because you couldn't pay him or didn't want to pay him to pay another kid that hadn't been at your school. Like, it's stuff like that.
Well, listen,
It's
Louisville
not
almost
gonna-
lost.
Go
Louisville
ahead,
almost lost their first round running back because he could get more money somewhere else, and they had to go find some money to pay him. Now they did, and he's coming back, but still, that's the game that's being and listen, for all these people that want to talk about team loyalty and legacy, you are living in an old. You might as well get in the DeLorean and go back to the future because that's not where we live no more.
Mm-hmm.
That's over. And I'm looking at you, Dabo Sweeney, sir. That world is over. And if you continue to refuse to get into the portal because you're gonna stand on moral principle, you're gonna be out of a job.
You better get with the program.
Facts.
You're gonna be out of a job because you're not gonna be able to compete. Don't nobody give a flying flip about how many 5-stars you got now. I got guys that are plug and play. Line up your freshmen, your untested freshmen. Let's see. Unless you got Adrian Peterson and Cam Newton and Randy Moss on your team, we're gonna whoop y'all up and down this field for the next 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just think it's a game that you can't win anymore if you don't have the dollars.
Facts. Gotta have that
Yep.
big person backing you, man.
That you've got to have, like, you got to have a staff of people that can evaluate all the free agents in college. Like, it's a whole different ball game.
It's a whole different. It looks eerily familiar.
The GM is just as important as the coach.
Oh God, maybe more so. You see what Howard University did. Early collective shout out to John Wall, who is now the GM of Howard University. There's a reason for that. Because guess where he didn't go to school at?
Howard University.
But Howard was like, if we go compete, we got to go get this manyan.
Yep.
Sacramento State, you know who their GM is? Shaquille O'Neal.
Do you know who the GM of New Orleans is?
Master P, friend of the program.
Exactly. So, I mean, that is changing. You got to change.
It's changing. You got to go get a face
behind.
of the program. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the wild. It's beyond the wild west at this point.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think for the next until they bring this to some type of order. And I don't know how you do that, by the way. I don't know how you get the ketchup back in the bottle at this point. But until you get some kind of order,
it's free for all.
There's one way out. Call them employees, allow them to have a union and collectively bargain all this stuff. That's the only way out.
No, I agree. I agree 100%.
That's it.
Really, and by the way, that is exactly what they are right now. I'm sorry, but the student athlete thing is a myth now. That is not what these people are. They are employees. Fam, Audie Cooks is making $2 million, which is more than 90% of the WNBA. No, I'm sorry. It's more than anybody in the WNBA because she's going to make that for 1 year.
Yep.
They're employees.
Najee Kennedy, pitcher at Texas.
Man. Yeah.
She got a bag. And by the way, let me just say this. She deserves that bag. She's
I saw a game that
serves.
Sorry, game the other day,
every-
man.
50.
Woo!
Yeah, she's good.
And they're about to start. Aren't the conference?
This week.
Yeah,
The tournaments. Yeah, the conference
Man.
tournaments start this week.
man. If you have not seen her pitch, we are telling our audience, make some time.
Go right now.
She
Mark it down.
is-
Mark it in your calendar. Next time
She is a
the
moment.
pitches on TV.
She is a moment in time.
Yeah.
She's good, man.
She is a moment in time. I watched her last year when they made the run. I was like, oh my God, this is. I
watched
thought
it
she
at
was gonna-
Stanford, and she almost
thought
beat
she-
Oklahoma when they.
I thought she was gonna pull off the
rolling.
three. I thought she was gonna pull off the three because that last game was just fatigue. She was just tired, and she didn't have nothing left in the tank. But them first two, you was like, man, you can't hit her. You can't hit her. When she's healthy and feeling good, you got no shot.
Yeah.
You got no
Sure.
shot. You got no shot. Okay. Let's get to it. I was gonna go a different route with the Final Five. But I'll be honest with you, I don't even know how to discuss the Met Gala. I don't. I watched some of that stuff that was on their red carpet, whatever you call it, and I was like, hey man, why? I have a different question. No, come back because you can participate in this. You can participate in this. I don't know. Okay, so for those who don't know what the Met Gala is, it is literally a fundraiser. That's all it is. It's just a
Okay.
glorified fundraiser
I was gonna ask you that.
for the Metropolitan Museum in New York. That's all it is. Now, why they do this weird dress up thing, I don't know.
It had to come from somewhere. It had to come
Other than
from
just grown people want to play dress up, I don't know why you're doing this. And here's the other thing. Some of these outfits, they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get these outfits made. Some of them are donated, some of them are not. But my thing is, last year they raised $31 million. I don't know how much they raised last night. But I'm saying, couldn't you take the money that you use for the outfits and just donate that also to the Met? Like, it just seems like a whole lot of foolishness. Like, I don't know. It's weird to me.
I mean, it's a thing now. So I mean, you can't go backwards. You gotta. I mean, it's a thing.
By the way, Paige Beckers was at the thing last night. I didn't see AZ with her though. Byron Chad has a theory. I'll let him tell it. He has a theory.
I don't think they're together. I think they're cordial and they're friends, but I don't think they're a couple anymore. So that's my theory. They're rarely seen together. When they're at places together, events, they're not standing by each other, and I don't think it's a thing anymore.
I'm not in Dallas, so I can't speak to it one way or the other. I did. It was funny he said that, and then the first video, a picture that they showed on Getty yesterday was her by herself at the Met Gala, or taking a picture by herself at the Met Gala. But also, maybe that's part of the thing. Maybe AZ was there, and she was like, "Hey, let's not be taking pictures and creating bigger problems for ourselves." I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
What do you say, Byron?
I have to look for that now. That's interesting.
Yeah. Listen, Chad made a convincing case last night. I'm gonna be honest with you. At first I wanted to dismiss it, then I was like,
they've been an awful lot of plays together.
You might have a point. But the only thing that makes me think that they may still be together is the way that the reaction of the draft. But then you can interpret the draft reaction also that it wasn't that. It wasn't her being excited because they never. I don't know. Chad, I'm not going down this rabbit hole.
I'm telling you, man.
Not going down this rabbit hole.
You might be right.
But also, you might be right. Also, you might be right. There's a stronger than not possibility that you are correct, and that maybe there's more to this story than that actually meets the eye. So okay. I watched the finale of a show that I have not mentioned, I don't think, on this show, called The Rookie. I love The Rookie. I was very angry at the finale last night. Very angry because it was a great finale up until the last literal 15 seconds. And then I was like, you got to be kidding me. But I'm turning people on to The Rookie. I've turned on several friends to The Rookie. The Rookie's a good time. Great show.
Bryn
It's
likes
18
that show.
Yeah, it's good. Just a good time. Hey, ask Bryn what she thought about the finale. When you
Okay.
talk to her, tell her, we all uncles in the black community. Tell her Uncle Lloyd asked her about what her thoughts were on the finale of we gotta get her on the show.
She'll be home. We go move her out Thursday. So
we gotta get her on the show, man, and just celebrate her. We'll talk about that in a minute here in a second. But yeah, The Rookie was good. The finale of Law and Order is gonna be really interesting this weekend because the last week's episode was fantastic. Tonight they're going to give a young comedian. Kevin Hart's going to give a young comedian a Netflix. Well, Netflix is going to give. Netflix is going to give a young comedian an opportunity to have a Netflix special. It may be over now. Is it over? Or is it live? I know they were live earlier. Oh, it's still live. It's still going on. Okay. So they will give a young comedian here in just a few minutes the opportunity to have their own Netflix special. And it's an interesting Final Four, 3 men and a guy, or 3 men and a girl. So we'll see how that works out. What do we got this weekend, Chad? We got Backlash.
Backlash, yes, sir.
So that should be interesting.
I have a question about that too.
I have an answer probably.
About the whole TKO and WWE thing. What do you think about that?
Well, listen. I believe it was the Prophets, the Wu-Tang Clan, that said that cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. So they are making business decisions. And for those who don't know, 2 absolute legends were let go, not because of performance, not because of popularity, but because of budget cuts. Their contracts were so magnanimous and rightfully earned, but TKO went to them and said, take a cut. And they were like, I think I have a drop for that one. Let me see if I can find it. I'm sure I have a drop for it. Is it in this? Well, I have 2 drops for that. One,
yesterday's price is not today's price.
Definitely applies. And then and then the other one, which is one of my personal favorites.
Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up.
So they retired. They left the WWE. They were like, no, we're not taking pay cuts. And by the way,
60 days.
We'll get snatched up by the other brand. That deal's probably already done.
Yeah.
That deal's probably already, if they want to continue wrestling, that deal is already done.
You got to go through the non-compete, whatever.
Well, no, because they weren't released. There was a mutual agreement of departure. So maybe there is no non-compete. And I can see them doing Woods and Kofi a solid and saying, we're not even going to put y'all through the non-compete situation. Just go and be blessed. Because here's what's going to happen. They are first ballot Hall of Famers. And that'll probably go down as soon as next year.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that was interesting. You're right. It's interesting. They are definitely looking at this a different way. And I think they're trying to put belts on the younger guys because it's cheaper and it's an interesting model because you're banking on these guys being that good.
Mm-hmm.
And so far you've been right. They are that good. Kofi, Oba, Javon, Lash, Trick, all of them, Sol Ruka, Now, ironically, it's all the black people. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, Byron.
Yeah.
Black people once again coming along to save the day.
What's new?
I'm looking at you, CW, UPN.
Facts.
Just say it. Just building up stuff. Tubi,
Fox.
Fox. Out here building networks with our talent.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. It feels like that's the goal, is to put the battery in the backs of these young, ridiculously talented athletes, but save money because you don't have to pay them what you pay Roman, what you pay The Rock, what you pay some of the top tier guys. You don't have to pay them that, and so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
That's another thing with Roman, because there's some issues there too.
Well, it's money. It's the money. It's Roman makes a lot. Listen, Byron. I'm not even gonna joke with you, brother. this ninja Roman Reigns. Oh my God, he's making. Because see, here's the thing. You get money as a salary, but then you get money off your merchandising, and I bet you his merchandising check looks exactly like his salary check. Like his merchandising. The only person that made more merchandising money than Roman Reigns is probably John Cena.
Yeah.
He's killing it. He's killing it out here in these streets. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do. But it's TKO has got their foot firmly planted in, in the creative side of the WWE, and it's having a mixed reaction. So did we talk about the Matlock finale? We talked about
Yes.
that. Okay. I'm just trying to remember all the finales in my head. There's a lot of finales going on right now.
Next week is a series finale of The Neighborhood. Man, I've been trying to catch up on
that.
I've been trying to catch up on that.
And this last episode ended with happiness and a tinge of sadness.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, oh, but we know where it's going. Obviously, it's headed to a. I might cry a little bit. I like The Neighborhood.
Yeah, I like it too.
Can I ask a very controversial question though? This is completely off the subject. I love a good controversial question. What's the better series? Blackish or The Cosby Show?
The Cosby Show. It's not even close.
You can't have Blackish without The Cosby Show.
I agree with that.
I don't think it's particularly close.
I agree with that. But can I tell you something? Have you seen all the episodes of Blackish?
Blackish is good. I liked it, but no.
Yeah, I can't pick between those two.
Byron, have you seen all the episodes of Blackish?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say something, and it's your take for the day. I think Blackish is better. Top to bottom, I think it's better.
They got the model from the Cosby showed them what to do.
Many duds.
I do.
To me.
I just think
it's way too many duds to me.
Yeah,
way too many duds. No.
It's as many
I
duds.
disagree. That's a take. It's a take.
The last 3 seasons of Cosby was not perfect.
No, it wasn't. But
right.
Season and a half out of Blackish, they only had 5 seasons. Cosby had 7 or 8?
That's 8.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, Blackish had 8. Blackish had 8.
Yeah. It was okay. I mean, Blackish was good. It's just not. It's not to me.
The Cosby's walk so Blackish could run.
No question. I don't. That's a different conversation.
I get it.
That's a completely different conversation.
I mean, I like Blackish a lot, but it's just.
I love Blackish. I love it.
There's levels to this to me,
and I know Cosby Show basically word for word.
Yeah.
Right.
But Blackish is. There's some stuff that they did in that show. I was like, Jesus, y'all not playing. The divorce stuff.
No
the
question. The divorce. Yes.
That was about as real as it gets.
That was great.
Woo!
Yeah.
That was about as real as it gets.
Blackish is really, really good.
It is.
And I think that's why I say it could be. There's some better elements to it.
Absolutely. Because they kept it realer, I think.
That's where I think I'm looking at.
I will give them that. There was some stuff Cosby and they just.
He's like, okay. He's like, okay, I get it. You're rich.
Yeah.
But But Blackish was like, man, y'all not pulling no punches. That divorce season, they put you in a chokehold and was like, you gonna stop breathing before we let you go. I promise you that. You gonna pass out and then wake up. to the reality because they
yeah,
would.
I mean, they.
I kept waiting for them to stop. I was like, okay,
don't like each other,
right? Because they was not. They pulled no punches, none.
Yeah, I mean, damn, how did it go from this to that? I mean, it went there fast.
But isn't that how it goes though?
Yeah.
Isn't that how it goes? Like when you feel like you've been backed against the rope, that's how it goes. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not even real, but it feels real.
Yeah, no,
It feels real. It was good, man. So I look at that and be like, oh wow, okay, let's get to the fun stuff.
That's good.
Well, first of all, let's get to the prayers. We gotta do prayers. I definitely want to do prayers first. So who needs prayer? We need some prayer music.
I need one I have an uncle that's battling some health issues, so definitely pray for Mom.
Definitely.
Okay.
Praying for Cam's recovery. Oh wow.
Here we go. We have an organ, at good church. We have
The doors of the church are now open.
Well, we ain't open the doors right now, but I mean, we ain't scared. We ain't scared. I'm just saying it's prayers. We're giving prayers out. So we pray for Byron's uncle for sure.
Cam.
Praying for our Cam for sure. I have a long time church member. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She definitely needs our prayers. She's battling, and it feels like it's not gonna, unfortunately, go the way we would like it to go. So I'm just praying for a peaceful journey at this point. Believing that God can do all things and heal all things, but sometimes you just got to say, okay, God is fine. He's made his decision, and so we just go with that. But yeah, and I can't think of anything that's serious that we need to pray about.
Yeah. Pray for the Lakers and them getting out of this series.
Nah, don't listen. You got many other things to pray about in your life. You don't have to do that.
Bloodshed. Don't please let the bloodshed be.
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be what it is. It's gonna be what it is, brother. It's gonna be what it is. We ain't gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna listen. I got many other things I want to pray about that I need the Lord's attention. The Lakers are not at the top of my list, and I love the Lakers, but I'm not great.
I hear you. I was just trying to help
add
you.
prayer to that. Okay, let's get to the unshouted. This is what I've been waiting for the whole show. Miller Adams. Miller Adams is the young lady who filed a lawsuit against Stephon Diggs, alleging that as his chef, he slapped her, strangled her, and wouldn't pay her money. And I'm trying to think of how to really assess or sum up Miller Adams to all of you. Oh, Lord. Here I go with the mic again. All right, you hear me? All right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to really sum up Miller Adams. I could go with the previous song because it definitely applies.
Yeah.
So
I got a question.
Oh, I got it. Here's the one I need.
Wise.
I got a question, though, Lloyd.
I ain't even got to the story yet.
But let me get to the question. I got a question for you. Measure a statement.
You don't believe in a good setup, but that's fine. Go ahead.
So he was the one scrambling her eggs, huh?
I knew it was going to be a waste of my time. Listen, let me set it up. That joke would have worked perfectly if you'd have let me set it up. Now, hold on to that joke.
Okay.
And when I finish setting up, circle back to that joke, and I bet it works better.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So, because Byron didn't know about this story. The trial started. You're right. The trial started yesterday. They did jury selection during the day. And then they finally started, they did opening statements almost immediately. Let's go. Let's get it going. The first person brought up to the stand was Miller Adams, the star witness of the prosecution. And they brought her up. and they said, describe your relationship with Stephon Diggs. First piece of breaking news. Her statement was, and I quote, we didn't have like a sexual relationship, but it was like a sexual relationship. What? Wait, what? I thought you were his chef. I thought you were his chef. Well, we had like a sexual off and on relationship for like 4 years. And then, in the last year or so, he said, you should be my chef. And so I took the job as his chef. Oh, okay. You left that piece of information out of a lot of things, but okay. Describe the night in question. Well, now this is the prosecution. Well, I went to the bedroom, and in the bedroom, he came in the bedroom, and we were sitting down, and it looked like we were about to do something, but then we got to talking about the money that he owed me, and then he said, you got to be out your rabbit mind and cuss, and then he choked me. No, he slapped me real hard on my face, and then choked me. Okay. No further questions. That's the prosecution. The defense stands up. Now keep in mind, Byron, we're 5 minutes into the trial. 5 minutes. The defense gets up and says, let's walk some of this back. So you had a sexual relationship with Mr. Diggs, yes. Why are this the first time we're hearing about this? Huh? Why is this the first time we're all hearing about this? I don't know how to answer that question. What do you mean you don't know how to answer that question? You just said you had a sexual relationship. Well, I mean, it wasn't like sexual, but it was sexual. You understand what I'm saying? No, ma'am, I don't understand what you're saying. Is it sexual or not? I don't know how to understand. This is literally how she's answering the question, Byron. I don't know how to answer that question. Okay, let's move on. You said you didn't get paid all your money. Is that correct? Yes, he didn't pay me all my money. But on a text message to his assistant, you said you got your money. No, I didn't say that. Ma'am, here are the text messages of where you said you got your money. I don't know how to answer this question. What do you mean? It's not a question to answer. It's a yes or no question. Did you get your money or not? Or did you say this in the text message? You said this, right? I don't know how to answer that question. Okay. Ma'am, do you know that Stephon's doors have a lock code on them at his house? Yes. So how did you get in his bedroom? Huh? You said you got slapped in the bedroom. How did you get slapped in the bedroom if you don't have the code? Huh? I don't know how to answer that question. I said, wait a minute. Is this ain't Saturday Night Live? This ain't real. What is happening right there? Is she auditioning? What's going on?
Goodness.
And if that wasn't enough, Byron, she said, what did you do after the party? What did you do after the alleged slapping? Well, before I left, I gave him his birthday gift. Ma'am, you know what? You're wasting my time. Get your ass out of here.
Is that what he told her to stop the BS, basically?
It was so funny.
Wow.
Let me tell you, Father, and then it was so easy to get all of the witnesses, the character witnesses for the defense. They were all like, wasn't nothing on her face. She didn't say nothing about no abuse. In fact, she was dancing the next day on TikTok. Here's how bad you know your case is. When your attorney has to get up and say the following words. I want to read it to you as he said it, because it's hilarious. They've updated the story. Okay, here it is. This is the defense attorney, Drew Virtue, who was trying to prosecute the situation. This is what he said. I know she was not the perfect witness. I mean, she was argumentative, avoidant, and difficult. But does that mean you should just throw away everything she said? Sir, that's the literal definition of throwing away everything. If a person is avoidant and difficult and they can't answer basic questions, yes, we're supposed to throw away everything she said. Yes, that is an actual yes.
Wow.
Every bit of it.
So after they met today, and the only reason they didn't finish it up yesterday because they got to the actual questions late in the afternoon. They finished the questions at 12 o'clock, and the jury went and deliberated. By 1 o'clock, they were done, and she was found.
I'm shocked it took that long.
Well, they have to walk to the jury room, and that takes them like 10 minutes. And then they have to organize in the jury room. So that probably took 5 minutes. I'm sure the vote only took like 30 seconds. Everybody probably looked at each other like, y'all know this was guilty, right? Oh.
Terrible. Terrible. Bro.
We all agree that she's guilty, right? So my unshout out, at first my unshout out was going to be the Miller Adams herself for not being prepared to go to court. But really, my unshout out is to the prosecution. Because you got to do better than this. If you go, fam, you couldn't prepare this woman better than this? Or why are you even bringing this? She didn't even bring up certain aspects of the case that were critical in the police report. The police were shocked that they were in an actual relationship. They had no idea that they were in an actual relationship. It was never brought up. You know what she said when they asked her about that? She said, well, I just brought up the parts that have something to do with the abuse. Ma'am, you go sit down. Go sit your ass down. Don't you get up out that chair. You know how you tell a kid, don't you get up out that chair until I tell you to. Don't you move. Don't you move out that chair. So that's the reason why Stephon Diggs is now going to have a job, because she just completely embarrassed herself and her family and everybody she knows. And by the way, her chef career is over. That is done. Yeah. The best she's going to be able to do is at Waffle House.
Maybe not.
Private chefing is over. That is a rapsy scapsy. We're done with that. So there you go. It was one of the funniest cases I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a assault case wrap up that fast in my life. Mm-hmm. In less than 24 hours, it was over. So there you go.
Crazy.
Wow.
That's my unshout out, Mila Adams. And well
earned.
Well earned.
Yeah, for sure.
Well earned. Anybody else got any unshout outs for today?
I sure do.
No.
I'm gonna shout out
You
Jack.
said that with your whole chest.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out Jackman Thomas Harlow.
Oh, for what? He didn't do nothing.
I'm gonna shout out the whole city of Louisville. I'm gonna shout out the Louisville school system.
What?
For having this guy make a neo soul album. Stay in your lane, brother.
Hold on. You don't tell Jack Harlow to stay in his lane. Jack Harlow tells you what lane he gonna be in.
Nah, he the only song he need to be doing was What's Poppin'. That's it.
I'm gonna listen to the album tonight, and it better be as bad as you say. Because if it ain't, you getting the unshout out next week.
It's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be bad, bro. You probably not gonna finish it. Okay. I'm shouting out Louisville Slugger, the Louisville Zoo.
First of all, it's Louisville.
Like I said,
it's not Louisville.
Louisville Slugger. Hey, I'm not from there. I don't have to pronounce it.
You do have to pronounce it right.
No, I don't.
You want the tickets when we get the tickets, don't you? Get it right.
I was this close to unshouting out Kendrick because he close to Jack Harlow, but
that is the homie. I'm
a spare Kendrick, man.
He didn't make the album. Louisville didn't make the album. Jack made the album. No shit. You know what? I don't like this shout out.
It's close, man. It's close.
Shout out to Jack. You're welcome on the show anytime.
Just don't bring that whack album over there.
Boy, it's cool when they do it. All right, Byron, you shouting out anybody? This guy.
No, I don't have any unshout outs.
Well, I know you got a shout out though, boy. I know you got. Hold on. Let me give my guy his time. Go ahead. Get your shout out on.
Give a shout out to my big girl for making a grown-up decision. She is committed to North Alabama. The coaching staff did a great job.
Nice.
She's very excited. We hadn't seen her this excited in a long time. So they did a fantastic job on the visit, the whole time. And the other school that she was really considering did a hell of a job too, Quinnipiac in Connecticut. But she made a big girl choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're excited. She's excited. So shout out to her and UNA. You're getting a better basketball player than you are a person, and I think she's a pretty good basketball player too. So
Nice.
everybody is just excited and ready to go. So
Congrats.
shout out
Congrats.
to
Awesome.
all
That
involved
is
in her
awesome.
process.
Congrats.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's what's
I
up.
am a huge Brian Lusby fan. I want her to prove it to everybody who she is, because I don't think she's played her best basketball yet, and I can't wait to see what she does. I'm a huge fan. So
She made
also-
a great. Go ahead. My bad.
no, I'm just gonna say I'm also a little biased, but that comes along with it.
Yeah, I was just
You
gonna
were
say
there,
she.
but a day or two after she was born, you and Kenyatta was at the hospital.
Right at the hospital.
Nice.
Right at the hospital.
Funny story. Kenyatta hopped in the bed and prayed for my wife and her.
She sure did. I can't believe you remember that. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Nice.
man.
I was gonna say she's made a great business decision for staying in the hot and not going to the cold.
Also,
It gets chilly up there. It gets chilly
Yeah.
in North Alabama, not like Connecticut.
not like
Not like Connecticut. Right.
Yeah.
But shout out to them too. I'm gonna shout out Quinnipiac too, because that coach is like solid human being. Like if he's closer, like
It would be.
it was a hard enough decision with him being in Connecticut. That's
Wow.
how good that staff was too. But credit to North Alabama, that's how good they were. I mean, she was in a no lose position to me.
And that's
I-
all you want out of the portal.
Yeah. Either decision she made, she was going to be excited. They were going to be excited to have her. So,
That's what's up.
yeah.
I'm just
So,
glad that they could see her. That's my
Well-
dream for her has always been let her land somewhere where they can see her and see what she brings to the table. Because I
they
don't
coached
think
against her for 2 years.
They
coached against her for 2 years. They were at Northwest.
so they knew. They
Louisiana.
knew. Yeah, they knew.
Mhm.
They
She
were like,
called her the morning the portal opened. That was like her second call.
That's what's up.
And she, quote told her, "I'm tired. I could never beat you, so I'm trying to get you to join me."
there you go. There you go. That's beautiful, man. That's
Awesome.
so good.
Awesome.
That's so good. Well, listen, I don't have a better shout out to that. I'm not even gonna try. So shout out.
Yeah.
Did I shout out my baby's birthday? Maybe I do have slightly.
Yeah,
not
you
better.
do have a big one.
Yeah. You
I did.
that.
Okay, let me give out my baby.
Yeah.
It's not a better one. It's an equal one. It's an equal one. We love our babies on this show. So
That's
shout
a
out to
fact.
my 17-year-old who has just impressed her daddy beyond measure. She is everything you hope a child would grow up to be. And I'm a proud daddy. So shout out to all the people that gave a little something for her birthday. You know what I'm saying? Blessed her up. You know, we like that. So, beautiful thing.
That's
So,
what's up.
but yeah, and then shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Cam on recovery.
Absolutely.
I will let
Well.
him tell his own story,
Yeah.
but he's in recovery, and when he gets back, we'll be glad to have him. His seat we'll dust it off and keep moving. And we love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all supporting us the way that you do, keeping the program alive. We have a good time here. We really do. We really do. And once again, I also want to give another shout out to Mia Allen for entertaining me for the last 24 hours. This has been fantastic since this part. I have thoroughly enjoyed myself. Thoroughly enjoyed myself watching this case. But also, I want to send empathy to the young ladies who have legitimate cases.
Amen.
Please do not be discouraged by this
Amen.
lying machine. Because, hey, my pastor said something about what was that dude's name that told all them lies in Chicago? Juicy Smouye. And this was a Juicy Smouye lies. This the whole time you listen, is like this is clearly lying. So I appreciate the level of lie and also the acting. Like I would have never thought of. I don't know how to answer that question. I'm not able to answer that question. That's a great line. That's a great line. It's stupid, and you're gonna lose by saying it, but it works. It works as a line. So there you go. But I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So shout out to Mia Adams for entertaining me for the last 3 days. I couldn't have enjoyed it any more than I did. All right, love each and every one of y'all. Enjoy. Detroit gets the win game 1, 111-101. The Lakers are down 67-60 in the third.
They're hanging around.
They're hanging around.
They're hanging around.
Sometimes
I'd give
all
them
you
a
need
game or
is
two if Luka was there. If Luka was there, I wouldn't say
agree.
they had no chance.
Yeah,
I agree. If Luka was there, I'd say they might get 1 or 2.
Correct.
I don't know what just happened there, but that was weird. But yeah. But I listen. Strange things happen in these games. You just never know. I don't believe that it's going to happen, but that's the best surprise when you don't believe it.
gotta believe.
You got to. Well, you know, they got to believe. I just got to watch. I just got to watch. So have a great weekend. It's Mother's Day. Am I right? Am I right about that?
Sunday.
Or is that next?
Yes, happy
It's Mother's Day, so get
Happy
your Mother's Day
to all
game
the
on.
mothers.
Yeah, get your Mother's Day on, man. Celebrate these mamas. Shout out to all of our wives who are great mothers.
like
We appreciate each and every one of them, man.
Amen. Yes.
Yeah, man. So please celebrate these mamas.
Mhm.
Celebrate these mamas. All right. Stay for the outro too. The outro is not as dynamic as the intro, but it's pretty good.